Good morning. Guess where I am? Guess what we're doing? Water pumping. Just about done. I got a text alert from the pump here about 20 minutes ago, said they had low pressure. I think our river screen's getting plugged up again. It was down to 110 at the gun, or at the inlet there, instead of 135, so it's a little low. It's still throwing the water. It's fine. The run's almost over. We'll finish it, and then we'll have to let the water out of our inlet pipe, shake it off, get the debris off the end of the screen. All right, there's water shooting back there. Everything is up and running. Sometimes you just want to get it done and not film it, so I just did it this morning. It is, yeah, it's 6:30 now. I mean, I got here up here at 6, so it's early. We've got to get fertilizer up here at some point this morning. There's a little bit left in the tank, but not enough for this entire run. This run will be done around 4:15. So we'll get the fertilizer up here, and we'll be back up here this afternoon to move it. Okay, irrigation stuff is done for a while. I want to tear apart my treater here. If you missed that last week, I went to treat some beans for a customer for some replant stuff, and my treater wouldn't work. And this little motor right here is the culprit. We're pretty sure, at least. And so I've got a new one on its way, and we need to get the old one taken off of there. So I was going to work on that. Looks like we need a wrench or a couple of wrenches. There's a shield on here that's got to come off, and then it's actually these 4 screws right here on this end that are holding that thing in there, and whatever's holding that pin to the slide gate. So I'm gonna work on that. All right, I got that piece out here. This is an expensive little bugger too, let me tell you. I did hook it back up once I got it out, just to see and turn the treater on to see if it would do anything different, because I can move this. Nope, that's the broken one. I can move this by hand when it's not plugged in anything. As soon as I turn the treater on, I can't move that at all. Like, it locks it into place, but it's not sensing it. It's not reading the position, and it's not giving me in any control wires or control signal. So that's why I'm pretty sure this is bad. Ouch, though. We're going to have to get a new one. They're really expensive, though.
But is it over at the house?
No. All right. I have a couple other projects to do today. I have customers. Oh, yeah. I bought a new hose. I have a seed customer that has been requesting some field signs. So it's time to start getting field signs out. So we're gonna start working on that. All right. Well, we got a pile. We'll start with those and get some more later, I suppose. We're gonna go put them up in a little bit, but Brock just got here, so we're gonna get the combine out so we can work on the bean head. All right, so we need to lift this head up to be able to get the cutter bar out and to work on it. Don't lose those. We might have already... Yeah, we'll have to pick that one up after we... Yeah, anyway. So we need to get the combine on the other side of the head. So I think what we're going to do is we're going to pull this out of here. We're going to pull the 8430 out and put it over there by the corn planter. And then we'll back the combine into this little bay here, back the head back in front of it, and we should be able to pick it up and still work on it in here. So I need to sweep my floor again. Ugh. It's all right. It's all right. So we did work on this center feed drum a little bit the other day, but I think we had one more finger that needed to be put in there.
Why is he taking it?
Because it's in the way. All right, we got to go move a tractor. You going to ride with me?
Okay.
This one over here. Boys are here this morning. Well, it was about a 10-point turn, but we got the combine moved from over there.
He's not waving at me, he's looking at me.
Who, Grandpa?
Yeah.
He can't see you. He's clear out there on that man lift. So Brock's going to back the head back in front of us, and we'll pick it up, and we'll probably pull the header cart out.
Is he going to pull the combine with the truck and tip over this thing?
What? No, we're not going to tip this thing over. What are you talking about?
Is the truck strong enough to hook this up to the beanhead and pull it?
Yes.
Oh my goodness, the combine can be hooked up to that and the truck can pull it.
No, not with the combine hooked up to it. You're teasing me.
Make sure
Oh,
that tool
we were.
not spin that
Okay. First pickup in the year, it always makes you a little nervous, so we'll pull the header card out and then we can drop it down. I want to hook up the hydraulics so we can raise the reel up out of the way and then we'll get this shut off. Okay, now that we've got the head on the combine, we can pull this cutter bar out. It pulls sort of hard, but it does come much easier with two hands. Brock, pull on that. There you go. There you go. There. This makes it much easier to work on. Alright. Okay, so we got both sides of the cutter bar out. Brock's still working on our center section here. We had a couple of these broken fingers, and this one here, it puckered this drum a little bit, so we needed a bigger hammer to smash that back flat, but we got new pieces there that hold this little ball that keeps the finger centered and rotating, and that's what that's for. I'm trying to get the spare knives out. We've got spare knives stored in here. I need a 15mm socket and an extension to get that bolt out, and then we should be able to pull that whole thing out and just put that in, I think. And yeah, there's not a ton to do to this. On the knives that we took out here, right there's a broken one. Right there's a broken one. I'm debating whether to change all these or not. They're not terrible. They're not terrible. Okay, so we used it about half of what we would normally last year, or maybe even a little less than that. But we like to start fresh with new knives. So I'm thinking that we're gonna change the broken ones, put the new knives in for wheat here, and then if we have any issues, we'll have this with semi-used knives on it. We can throw it on in a pinch, in a hurry. This cutter bar is a lot thicker than what was on our old head, so hopefully I don't have issues with it breaking. I broke a lot of those cutter bars on the old head, so I don't know, we'll see. Okay, so I got the spare knife out. We have to transfer this piece into there. Well, I don't want weeds in my driveway. He's digging a pond here. I don't know, just keep going. What are you doing here?
Making a pond.
Okay. You getting rid of all the weeds?
Remove all the weeds. I don't want weeds in my pond so the birds and turtles.
Those are wire cutting pliers. But,
No, they're not.
well, that's what they're for. But you have fun. Make sure you get all of them.
I know what I'm doing.
Okay, so we've got that knife section spliced back together, ready to go. I don't think there are any, but real quick check to make sure we don't have any broken guards. These were all obviously brand new last year because the head was brand new last year, so there's not a ton of wear on them. This side all looks good. They all got pretty sharp edges. When these get dull and worn, then your knife doesn't cut very good, and it's time to replace them even if they're not broken. But we're in good shape there, so we're ready to slide this knife in. Okay, half of it is done. The harder half, but half nonetheless. So Brock has got our other side put together, and we are ready to slide that one in. And I've had him taking apart the old ones, fixing any broken knives, so that we can zip tie them together and put them in the storage area in case we break something. All right, we're just about done with that bean head. We got the cutter bars back in, and everything's good there. We've got to grease it yet. Check the tension on the draper belts. Just the center draper belt. We already did the other two. So Brock's gonna work on that. He went to lunch. When he gets back, he's gonna work on finishing that up. I am hauling fertilizer up to the irrigation field. We're gonna check on stuff up here. It's not done, but we'll see how things are going and get it. Make sure we got enough fertilizer. We're probably out by now because I'm later than I was supposed to be. Well, we did make it with the fertilizer, so I'm letting that transfer some in. We'll let it fill up a little bit. The other thing I'm going to do here is I got my 12-volt power supply. So I do have a battery set in here to run this Farm HQ box. I wanted to not have that battery here, and so I got this 12-volt power supply. It takes 277-volt line in, converts it into 12-volt DC line out, and so we're gonna go ahead and install this now. Dad needs his battery back. He uses that on the ATV for running that sprayer, so I've got to shut down to do that. It'll be fine. We're gonna try to do this as quickly as possible so we don't mess up our run too much, but we'll shut it down, turn the generator off so we don't have any power in the box, and then we'll get that installed real quick. Okay, so here is my 12-volt power supply. We've connected the red and black wires that are this cable that go into this box that I cut off from that battery into there. We've got wires, line and neutral. We came up to here. I was gonna go off of this screw there, but I don't have the right screwdriver to get to it, and I did that one, and that's got 277 to it all the time. So we are good there. Ground, everything should be good. We can close this up, fire it back up. This is what we've got to take care of yet. So I talked about this yesterday and a little bit of yesterday's video. I do not think I can control this with 12 volts. I don't think that's going to work to separate the control system out, just looking at it and how everything is hooked up. So what I need is a relay. I need a relay in this red wire to turn on when it gets power from here. And I realized after I was watching yesterday's video back that the relay in here that's controlling that isn't actually sending any power. There's no 12-volt power coming down this wire. And so what I will have to do is actually tap into this power supply on the black wire, send power up it, and then bring it back and put a relay in. I think I can send power through it because it's just a switch to turn it on and off. So I'm pretty sure that'll work. Before I plug this power cable back in, I just wanted to make sure that we actually had 12 volts. 11.94, that's exactly right. So that power supply is working exactly like it's supposed to. Everything is good there. All that really did for us, though, was eliminate a battery. It didn't fix my control issues at all. So I've gotten a couple of links or suggestions to look at from you guys today. I haven't had a chance to do that yet, but I'll sit down and go through those. We'll get a relay ordered. There's got to be a relay that'll use a 12-volt control circuit and switch 277 volts. There's got to be. It can't be that hard to find. So we'll get something coming. We'll get this figured out. They are sending me new boxes, like I've been saying, with the external antennas, so we have better cell signal. And while I might install that one, I'm not going to hook up that switch wire until I can segregate the high voltage so that we don't burn up a box, if we actually burn it up. I'm not convinced that we burn it up, but it's possible, or it's just not getting a signal when it's supposed to. So I'm not sure which is which there. All right, back at the Traveler here. Just wanted to see how we're doing. We're at 390 feet, getting some air out of the hose from where we just had it shut off. We'll walk out here just to take a look at the pressures, and because it's cool, but all looks good. It's amazing how fast the corn unrolls once it gets water. Like, you look out that way and it all looks really good, except for right here where it hasn't gotten watered yet. Everything that way though, on this whole ridge, is curled up tight, needs a drink bad. Give me an hour and you'll get it. Corn, give me an hour. I don't know. So Phil and I had to go look at some replant beans. We had a field that Dan sprayed it yesterday, and he's like, hey, these don't look so good. So Phil and I went to go look there, and where there's beans, they look perfectly fine. It's just there's a lot of drowned out spots. It's a 72-acre field, and there's probably 10-ish acres that don't have any beans growing on it. So we're gonna get some replant beans around, which is not what I wanted to do, but I've made a couple phone calls. They are on their way. So also, I found a relay that I'm pretty sure will work, so I ordered one. It is on its way. Brock's greasing the grain cart. Time to move our Traveler. I just shut the pump off. Drive down there. It looks like it was done. So moving. About right there is where we hit. Curling knots. Yeah. Yeah, keep pumping as fast as we can pump. My goodness, it is real dry there. Real dry. I probably definitely should have been pumping water on Monday after we did get that little bit of rain that we did. I shut it down Sunday morning and didn't start it until Monday evening. Or Monday night. I should have started it up Monday morning. We'd be 2 runs ahead of where we're at now, but at that time I thought we had a half-inch rain here. Now I don't think we did. Guys, I got problems. I got big problems. So I was almost home when I got a notification that the pump had shut down. I'm like, what do you mean the pump shut down? So I kind of waited for some updates, and sure enough, the pump shut down. And I just started it back up, and then I tried to kill it from my phone, from the app, and it worked. Has not worked up until this point, but it worked. So all right, well, I started it back up and came to look at this. Look at my magnets. My magnets are all screwed up. So it's sensing that the reel's shut down and that it hasn't been pulled out far enough. Why are my magnets all screwed up? Interesting. I think my sensor maybe got too close and bumped them. I bent it back a little bit. What else would it be? So now I gotta fix my sensors. Or my magnets.
How close they gotta be?
Just enough that the red light comes on in here when it passes. So it's good and bad news. Good news is my pump control is working. I don't know if that power supply made the difference or what. Bad news is my magnets got screwed up and now it's shutting off when it's not supposed to. Fortunately, I can still see the outlines of where they go, so I can put them back pretty easily. I also noticed in the app it said I only pulled it out like 500 and some feet. It wasn't a full, I almost pulled it 900. Like, what are we at here? 816. It should have said that, but it didn't. So those magnets got screwed up before at some point. I wonder if I got this this sensor too close and it just pulled them out of the way. That's what it would appear. So I'm fixing them. Trying to put them back. Like here, we got 2 right next to each other. And that one's broken. Yeah, that's gonna be fun. Okay, well, we're back up and running, pumping water. Everything seems to be good. I've been watching these sensors go around, just making sure they're all hitting there and that the light comes on. And they have been. Best guess as to what happened is my sensor was too close, and when I unwound it, it was a sharper edge, and it was catching those magnets and dragging them and pushing them out of the way, and that was the problem. When it's reeling in the way that it's going now, I've got a nice radius and curve in that bar. It just kind of passes underneath them, even if it does hit them. But going the other way, it's going to catch on this edge, and I think it got too close and it caught on that edge, and that's my best guess. So I bent it out so it's a long ways away, but you can see the light still comes on. They're still working. That's, I don't know what else it could have been. Right. Right. You can see where like that one up there slid all the way along there because it was being unwound. It was spinning this way and it hit there and it pushed it around until it pushed it out of the way. That's got to be what happened when I pulled it out there. So like I said, Okay, well, we got our irrigation stuff figured out. I'm this close to perfecting that system and having it working. I've got all the pieces at least on their way and components that I need to make it work. And for some reason it just started working today as it is. So that's good, but we're gonna put some safeties in there and a relay and try and isolate the high voltage from the box there. But anyway, combine grain cart or combine draper head, I believe, are all ready to go. Good to go. Brock finished greasing it and checking gearbox oils, and we got the knives changed, and so that should be all good. He checked the tension on the center draper belt. Left some tools laying out here, but that's okay. Combine, we shouldn't have had anything to do anyway. We can go through and check some settings, but that we went through last winter, got that all ready to go for wheat harvest, got the right concaves in, got everything set the way that it should be, so that's good. Grain cart also should be ready to go. I'm gonna close this door up and then we'll walk over there. This is all ready to go. Brock greased it. I've been using John Deere's HD lithium grease. I asked the grain cart people when we bought this, what kind of grease do you want in it? Because it's got an auto luber for the tracks and stuff. They said lithium grease. So I bought HD lithium grease from John Deere. Phil likes the lithium grease more than the polyurea grease because it's stickier. I don't know, but that's what he likes. But he bought the medium duty regular lithium grease that's red, not clear, and I would rather not mix them in the auto luber. So Brock did go ahead and grease the rest of the cart with the lithium, the red stuff. It probably doesn't matter. It probably doesn't matter. But I want this colored stuff that's clear, not the red. So anyway, we got some more of that coming tomorrow. We got to finish loading that thing up, but everything else is good to go. We should take it out and run it. We just need the wheat to be ready. This is going to be a sweet outfit. What's up, dude?
Shop back woodshed.
Shop back to the woodshed. He needs to clean up for Grandpa. Sweet corn patch update. We've got 3 different levels. There's actually 4 different plantings. The first one's pretty thin, not real great. Last planting, probably the last planting. Do a little bit here. We're gonna, yeah, the new hose. Yeah, we bought a new hose, so we're probably gonna have to water it some more. Not tonight. This second planting here is looking really good, nice and thick. We're gonna have a lot. I do have some weeds. We should spray those. This is Roundup Ready sweet corn, so I can spray it.
Here we don't eat it.
No, the tall stuff in the field you don't eat. This stuff is still sweet corn. This is first planting. Look at that. Can you see it? We got a tassel starting to shoot. We're probably
2 so close to the same.
Yeah, there's another tassel. We're
I need water.
I don't know, 3 weeks, 3.5 from having some sweet corn. Thanks for watching today. Questions and comments, leave them down below. If you would hit that like, subscribe, I would appreciate it. If you need any merchandise, go check out. Oh no, it's not today. FarmFocus.com. I'm not wearing one today. See you tomorrow. Tomorrow plan. We're probably going to work on field signs tomorrow quite a bit. So that's my plan. Do the plots and some other stuff around.